welcome back to Sparky's Tech Corner. Now, I've got something a little bit different today. This is an NES. I'm doing something a little bit different now. I purchased a Commodore 64. I actually found this one locally at vintage stock for a little above 30 bucks. So, not that bad of a deal. I'm going to kind of do a little bit of an unboxing. I've already been in this, but just for giggles. Everything in this box and package is still in here. Unfortunately, it's just the computer itself. There is no power supply or drive or anything like that. It does come with the instruction manual for the cassette tape, but besides that, it's just some technical aspects of the whole computer. But the thing is I think I stumbled onto a little bit of history here, because I found the original ticket from when this computer was ordered by the original person a very long time ago. It doesn't give me a date, but it does give the serial number of the computer, and it says paid customer. Please give this stub or register order or store greeter at the front of the store leaving. Thank you for shopping at K-mart. Back when K-mart was a thing, I guess. But this was still in the box. So I was like, this computer probably has not been played a lot. I mean, it's very remarkable to find something like that in here. So it has a styrofoam. So it has the dust shield. So it has, it's literally like a part of history. Now, granted, the box is a little worn and tattered, but it's still complete. You never find these like this. And you can find these Commodore 64s all day long for like 100, 120 bucks online. But here's the astounding thing, and I think either vintage stock just didn't know what they had, or they just want to get rid of it because it wasn't selling. Because originally they had a price of 70 bucks, and they just kept reducing the price down. I seen it and realized the value, and decided to cobble my hands on it. But it's not yellow, it's not dirty. This is the original color they came out in. This thing is pristine. No scuffs, no scratches, no marks. It is in good condition. So I figured just an unboxing wouldn't really do for this video. So we're gonna do two other things. I'm gonna go over a little bit of history of this, and we're gonna open it up and see what the motherboard looks like. So, Commodore 64, also known as the C64, is an 8-bit home computer introduced in January 1982 by Commodore International. It is listed in the Guinness World Records as the highest selling single computer model of all times, with independent estimates pricing the number sold up to 17 million units. Volume production started in the early 1982, marketing in August for about 600 bucks, equivalent to about $1,500 today. Preceded by the Commodore VIC-20 and the Commodore PET, the 64 took its name for its 64 kilobytes of RAM It has superior sound and graphics specifications compared to other earlier systems such as the Apple II or Toei 800, with multi-colored sprites and more advanced sound processors. So for the time, it was a very advanced computer. You know, these days and age, 64 kilobytes, you can't even type a 64 word page document for that much. So, yeah, times have changed. The C64 dominated the low-end computer market for most of the 1980s. Part of the Commodore 64's success was its regular retail sold in stores instead of specialty stores and hobby stores. The k-mart receipt in the box kind of proves and verifies that. Commodore produced many of its parts in-house to control costs, including integrated circuit chips from MOS technology. The MOS 6502 CPU, which is used in a wide variety of machines, including the Apple II and Mac, stuff like that. Most notably, the NES Nintendo Entertainment System. The CPU is a direct descendant of the one in here. Granted, being the CPU in the NES is a little bit of a modified version of this one. Modified in a way to allow, I believe it's a little bit more sound and graphical interface and outputs than what the regular 6502 CPU does. This computer has been compared to the Ford Model T automobile for its role in beginning new technology in the middle class household, creating an affordable mass-produced product. Approximately 10,000 commercial software titles have been made for the Commodore 64, including approximately many varieties of office products, applications, and games. The C64 is used mainly by hobbyists today. It's a collector's item, and that's one of the reasons why I got this. I really do not plan on selling this. I don't know. I'm actually debating if I want to mod this with certain mods and stuff like that. They've got plenty of mods you can do and interfaces you can build, and that's one of the things I want to try to do with this. Unfortunately, I cannot tell if this is a working computer or not. The power supply is not included with it, and that kind of worries me for a couple reasons. One, the power bricks for the C64 are notorious for going out. The power brick supplies two different voltages to this computer. It supplies it supplies a 9-volt VAC alternating current along with a 5 VDC direct current. And what commonly happened is the AC current somehow got crossed over with the 5-volt DC current and fried most of the components in the motherboard whenever they go out. So it kind of worries me I don't see the power brick with it, because that's telling me, was it just forgotten? Did it break? Did it stop working? Did it happen to take this computer out with it? I have no idea right now. Now, I have been debating whether or not to make my own power supply for this. I have been looking at several YouTubers that have made homemade power supplies, and I've been contemplating taking their ideas and using KiCad to design my own schematic and design my own PCB layout for my own personal power supply. Maybe even selling it. I'm not for sure just yet. That is yet to be foreseen. However, I have gone on eBay. I have found a power supply. Stated it's working. I'm going to do an unboxing review of the seller and the power supply. Not going to test it just yet. I want to do my own tests before I just throw it into the computer to make sure that it is working. But from there, kind of reverse engineering that and possibly making my own power supply. Making sure I implement proper safety measures to prevent this from blowing up. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and take this apart. And see what the motherboard looks like. If I'm right, this is a early model production. We're probably the first revision of the motherboard in it, so we'll see. I've looked up schematics based on the serial number, and that's what it's basically telling me. See, the motherboard assembly is a 326298 Rev A 1982, and compared to my notes, that's when the first model Commodore 64s came out. So this is probably one of the first production models. Might be a add that onto the prototype board, but this is close to what the prototype board for the original 64s would look like. They've run through several iterations. Yeah, it really just depends on what you get. These computers ran to about the mid 90s. That's how popular these computers were. So everything here looks clean. Hardly any dust in it. No corrosion. I don't see any problems. None of the caps are domed. I'll go for here and do my regular diagnostics on it. But for that, I don't think it hurt me any buying this for about 30 bucks, not knowing if it worked or not. If anything, it'll make a good collection, and probably make a good video if it didn't work, try and figure out what's wrong with it. So, with that, I'm going to leave the video off right here. I'll see you on the next one. Please like and subscribe, and please come back.